Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to my YouTube page. I am feeling intensely called to be doing some videos today, also some card pulls. So today is a Valentine's Day card pull for you beautiful souls. I am using the stack Angel Tarot cards. And yeah, I did a poll for my Facebook group, Rock Your Fear, and it was insanely aligned. So I'm going to be doing this, seeing what messages the divine has for us for our Valentine's Day this year, 2020. And knowing that if you are watching this video, even if it is far beyond that date or shortly after that date or on that date, that these messages are intended for you as well. That whatever you are seeing is aligning for you in the moment and is meant to be shared with you. So clear the energy of the deck. Are there any messages today for our beautiful souls that are watching this video? That jumped out. Ooh, what a beautiful card for Valentine's Day. Okay. Let's keep it going. Okay. Any other cards that need to come out? Whoa. All right. Wow. Sorry, I'm like... Okay. I think that's enough cards for us today. So the reason why I said wow is there are two cards that specifically came out that look almost identical to each other. So Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So that's how this card looks. And then Ten of Water came out. And first of all, it's Valentine's Day. So of course, relationships are on many of our minds, but also look at how close these cards look to each other. It almost feels like this one is a more elevated version of two. So it could be maybe this was the past and this is what you're experiencing now, or perhaps this is the present, the Two of Water, and this is going to be coming your way, which is a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met and trustworthy relationships. I feel like this card, which I'll get a little more insight from the book, but I feel like this card is all about communication and perhaps something. It could have been anything. It could have been something even as extreme as an affair. It could be something, potential block in your marriage or relationship that you haven't been able to overcome. Something that just continues to come up, but through the communication through this and mutual respect of each other and listening to each other, it sounds like this is going to be coming your way. And if that's not aligned for you too, understanding perhaps you need to let a relationship go, or it could be the relationship shifts into something that's more platonic or supportive in another way, and then bringing you the opportunity to be with the person that you are meant to be with. So I thought that was fascinating that it's Valentine's Day and these two cards popped out for us. It looks like in these cards, there's a transition, really, where these people don't look quite so happy, these little mermaid guys. They're more serious. And then in this card, there's children, they're smiling, they're happy. So I think it's about the transformation. It's about the beautiful transformation of this relationship. So then we also got the Dreamer, aka the Fool. Archangel Metatron, beautiful card. A leap of faith, follow your dreams and unexpected opportunities. So this could even flow into the relationship piece of things. I know when I started my business, I really had to be honest with my husband and say, this is what I'm being called to do, but I understand that it's not super rational. It doesn't really fit into societal norms, perhaps. It doesn't necessarily make sense for me to leave my job in this way. It's scary, and he was able to support my dreams. So maybe this fits in where, whether it's you or your spouse or a significant other or even a friend, about supporting each other, whether it's you or the friend, in following your dreams. Coming from a space of support, not saying don't honor your feelings around this, not being honest about what your true fears are, not just being blindly supportive, but also coming from a space of knowing it might be coming from the person's soul space, from their divine messaging, and honoring that and being like, even if it's not the exact right opportunity right now to go and pursue that, how can we begin to take micro steps in moving in that direction? If it's a business, can we form an LLC? Or can there be a few hours a week to set aside for this? Or one goal around the business that we stick with? If it's an opportunity to start, training for a marathon, anything, like, where can we be supportive so that we can know that life is just such a beautiful, multifaceted thing, and not just one-sided, not just one focus on family or friends or money or anything. It's about how can we be well-rounded and really happy. I love it. Really good cards, really. There is one more, a little negative card, but not too negative. And they're never really negative. They're just pointing out things that we need to work on internally. So 10 of Fire, this really cool dragon. So too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, potentially stress-related health concerns. So flowing this into the rest of our reading. Perhaps you've been trying to carry this burden, whatever it might be. Could be, I'm feeling more work right now. Perhaps you're trying to carry this on your own because you're saying you can't accept help, or the person hasn't been helpful in the past, or you're feeling like there's something wrong with you that you haven't figured this out. It kind of feels like you're just carrying that heavy burden, that heavy load. Maybe, thinking about my situation, maybe your significant other decided to start their business and it's put a little more pressure on you to carry the family through your finances, through your paycheck. Understanding that through the communication of whatever is happening, you will be able to just really receive so much support and so much benefit, and also being vulnerable and knowing that we are human, that there are things that are going to happen to us throughout this life. Doesn't matter what it is, stress, health, family, it doesn't matter if it's work, it doesn't matter what it is, but the point of a relationship, a partnership, whether it's a marriage or not, or a friendship, it's about how can I support you and how can you support me, so we can just have this beautiful energy with each other. So knowing you can ask for help, knowing you don't have to carry this burden alone, and when you receive the support, your load will be lightened, and I bet you the other person is going to really appreciate you sharing this and sharing this energy, because I bet, if I had to bet, I think they're probably feeling this from you already. I think they know. So flowing that into our reading. Yes. Some other really good cards. We have the Emperor, Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So this is you like rocking your goal. Remember how I was talking about maybe you have something that you want to add to your life? The goal can be something even as simple as seeing your friends more. It doesn't have to be workout related or work related or anything like losing weight. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. But This is talking about through not only communication, but how can you set things up to be really successful. This is something that I struggle with at times because, especially like today, I feel this beautiful energy to share, connect to source, all this goodness, but it also needs to be really supported with a plan. And because I can oftentimes get very excited and very distracted by things, and then all of a sudden it's like, shoot, I didn't do anything that was on my list, and I almost like, I don't want to call it self-sabotage, but I didn't hold myself accountable to the things I said I was going to do, you know? But yeah. So, beautiful. You are supported by Archangel Michael. You are protected. And then last but not least, adding to this beautiful family energy through the communication of this, through the support of this, through the mutual understanding, through knowing that you might not align right away, but the conversation is very important. 10 of Earth. Another beautiful family card. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Just that there's so much joy, there's so much joyful, beautiful, loving energy that is just flowing off this card to you. So without communication and without talking about the hard things, or even if it's not that hard, but you feel like you shouldn't have these goals, or you should be more focused on your family, or you're putting all this pressure on yourself, knowing that through communication and through mutual love and support, this is what you can achieve. And it's not always going to be perfect. It's not meant to be perfect, but I'm really deeply feeling mutual respect, mutual communication, and overcoming any potential obstacles that you feel like you might be facing right now, because the energy of these two cards is just such a rich and rewarding family life. And perhaps you're already experiencing this, and this reading is just a confirmation of good on you for doing the work and becoming self-aware. And if you're not, then it could be asking you to be doing that for yourself now. So thank you so much for watching today. Let me know if you like this reading, if you got anything out of it. Happy Valentine's Day, whether you're single or not. I also provide one-on-one sessions to be able to understand where we're holding resistance and blockage in our lives, and of course romance and relationships and finding your ideal partner are a big part of our lives. Even if we of course are whole as ourselves, there's nothing wrong with desiring a relationship. So I share a lot about how I manifested my husband and how I was able to identify where I was holding resistance and holding back through my fear stories with all of that. So I'd love to work with you if that feels aligned. You can message me, and you can also follow me on Facebook at Picture Perfect Mind. That is my Facebook page. So I love you all, and I'm sending you so much love and joy today. Sending you all the goodness, the good vibes. And be kind to yourself no matter how you're feeling today. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.